It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Sacramento Kings out at Golden One Center. Well, for Sacramento, their goal tonight is to play with the same type of effort at both ends of the court. They can't afford to let up at the defensive end, and that's a message I'm sure has been communicated to them in the locker room. And for Paul George, it was a tough journey coming back from that gruesome injury he suffered. Safe to say he's put that completely in the past, and he's been phenomenal the last few seasons.
You know what, Ernie, I don't know why we're still talking about that. Not every player can come back from something like that. You know, it almost feels like he got better after the injury.
Yeah,
you know,
he's
he
paying
pays attention to all the nuances on the court.
He's paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, he's paying attention to him because I think the overall thing that's impressive is his speed and his jumping ability that has come back.
Time for tip-off as we send it over to
Kenny.
Kevin Harlan for the call.
You're quick, Kenny.
It's coming, man. It's coming.
The starting lineup representing Oklahoma City Thunder. At shooting, Andre Roberson. At center, Steven Adams. At power forward, Carmelo Anthony. At the other position, Paul George. At the other guard position, Russell Westbrook. The head coach of the visiting team is Billy Donovan. Shooting guard, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 17, Garrett Temple. At small forward, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 8, Marco Martinez. In the middle, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 00, Willie Cauley-Stein. The other forward, standing 6 foot 8, number 50, Zach Randolph. The other guard, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 3, George Hill. Your head coach is Dave Yeager. Once again, your Sacramento Kings.
We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Sacramento Kings. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Steven Adams is out there with Anthony, and it's George in at the small forward position. Now here is Hill, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Got that one up quick. Anthony's got the opening bucket of the night here for Oklahoma City. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
Westbrook dishes to George. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Adams with the screen on Bogdanovich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Westbrook, no good. Here's Temple, and it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Bogdanovich against George. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Screen by Adams. A floater, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
And shooters beware. Cauley-Stein is very crafty at how he rises up for the block. So good at catching scores off guard with his wide reach.
From deep, George connects from three-point range. And it's the Kings with the ball. Still without a basket in the game. Randolph a screen. Kicks it to Temple. The three from Hill. Thunder with the rebound.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you. Do you think that's the right approach, guys?
I don't think it's ever wrong to focus on defense first. It sets a tone that can last for an entire game.
Oh, and it could lead to some easy points too, Greg. I bet you that they turn a lot of turnovers into transition buckets today.
Here's Hill, following the score by Oklahoma City. Randolph kicks to Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. Cauley-Stein a screen. Puts it up from 7. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Yeah, good interior D there, prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
The Kings trail by 4. Hill kicks to Cauley-Stein. Randolph against Anthony. Outside Hill. Picked by Randolph. Anthony against Bogdanovich. And Anthony sends it back.
He's still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
To the middle. The shot, no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Here's Temple. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Randolph. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And the defense doing everything in their power. But Randolph just too good in there.
Hill against Westbrook. Pass to Anthony. Back to Westbrook. "11 feet away." Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Westbrook's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, man, just an outstanding first quarter so far for him. He's doing a great job creating space and knocking down open looks.
Hill passes to Bogdanovich. Picked by Randolph. Bogdanovich dishes to Randolph. Here's Temple. Randolph. And the second chance effort by Randolph. Randolph's got his second basket.
That's his bread and butter. Randolph, a beast on the board.
Westbrook kicks to George. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Robertson can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Randolph sets a screen for Hill. Dishes it to Randolph. It's good. This game is all even. Randolph's got 6 points.
Right in his wheelhouse. Randolph putting in work in the paint.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
And Temple kicks to Bogdanovich. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, he has 5. You know, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
Here's Bogdanovich. His shot is good, scores his third basket in 6 tries, shooting 50%.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here is George. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Here we go, one-on-one. Westbrook with the nice D there.
A hand right in his face on the layup. Excellent defense that time in the paint.
And that one's good, George.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Kings have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Picked by Randolph. Outside Hill. Pass to Randolph. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Chris, as your career progressed, your free throw shooting percentage jumped up about 20 points higher than when you started. That's not the case for a lot of players. Just how hard is it for a big man to improve their free throw shooting throughout their career?
Okay, that's probably one of the things I'm proudest of is that I have the record for going from worst to that best improvement, and I worked out hard. I had a shooting coach, Buzz. We worked out every summer. I would take him everywhere with me, Kev. I mean,
really?
I would take this guy to the club, to church, to a restaurant, to he'd have to wait outside the bathroom. Everywhere I went that summer, I wanted him, with me because you have to focus and concentrate on it. You think about it, you have to change not only your mental habits, your repetition, but your thought process. So step 1 is the figuring out that shot. Step 2 is how many repetitions. Step 3 is can you get that in game time atmosphere, and you really can't unless you punish yourself in the summer with running. So if you have to do a suicide every one you miss, or it just was just so much work and intensity on it because you have to build up so much trust, because the reason why guys shoot bad free throws, they don't trust it. They shoot a different way every time. And it was fun becoming better at that, but that's probably one of the toughest things I've ever done was get better at shooting free throws because the concentration and the time allowed it to try to improve.
Shot clock at 5. Screen by Adams. Abrinas. And the 3 ball is good. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter. You got to come check him.
Healed with the bucket.
I love seeing Hill shoot the 3 ball. He's a high percentage scorer from there, firing with ease.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Abrinas the pass to Felton. Adams with the screen on Fox. Felton kicks to Adams. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Stolen. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Abrinas with the bucket.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleash chaos moment. Now, here's Fox. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Off the screen. No good off the back of the rim.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And they pick up 2. Now it's a 3-point Oklahoma City lead. Sacramento's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. The feed to Hield. To the inside. A nice shot by Koufos.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Felton with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. Felton kicks to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Now, here's Fox. Passes it to Hield from outside the arc. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Felton kicks to Patterson. Here's Abrines, covered by Hield. Here's Adams. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
Two shots.
They throw good, Adams. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And, you know, as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
Well, the Kings is a team that is in desperate need to get to the postseason. Second longest playoff drop in the league. Just can't seem to build any momentum.
Hield with the bucket.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Oklahoma City trailing. Now the pass to Abrines. Patterson up top. Grant against Carter. Stolen by Carter. And here we go. Carter heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Carter's got his first basket of the night.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
And the type of game that many coaches hate. Very little defense being played on either end.
Now here's Adams. And stolen by Koufos. Fox against Felton. Fox, no good. And with the Kings, the playoffs, something they're working towards. Haven't had a postseason basketball team in Sacramento since 2006.
Well, there's a lot of reasons as to why that is the case, but consistency is definitely one of them. The team has had so many coaches come in and out recently. Players know the #1 goal each season is to make the playoffs when you have a good coach around, but if not, it turns into every man for himself.
Here's Patterson. Banked in off the glass. Patterson's got his first points in this one.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Fox. And no good that time. Felton with some nice D. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. Sacramento grabs the miss.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Kings lead by 1. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
And the kind of guy who his teammates love, because they know he's always going to have their back, always going to work hard, and always going to bring it.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets corrected.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. We've got Ferguson. Grant is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Felton, and it's Abrines in at the 2. Here's Patterson, and a miss there on the triple. Kings leading now by 4. Hield with it. He dishes it to Fox. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. They kick out to Hield. And Grant sends it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Jackson, he's checked in for Sacramento. Thunder trailing by 4. Felton picks to Abrines. Over Jackson. Abrines' shot is off.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Now here is Carter. He kicks it to Fox. Labissiere with the screen for Fox. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Stolen by Grant. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Ferguson. Vince Carter grabs the miss.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Now, here's Fox. Jackson dishes to Koufos. Clock at 4. Here's Labissiere. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Thunder trailing by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Felton kicks to Patterson. Jacks up a 3. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Sacramento making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. The Thunder also changing it up. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Grant. Andre Robertson comes in for Alex Abrines. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton. Here's Roberson, guarded by Jackson. Shot to stop the drought. Count that one, and the Sacramento lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Russell Westbrook.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Jackson passes to Fox. Back to Jackson, and Carter has it in the corner. Unloads from 13. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Patterson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. There's the 3. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Patterson's got 5 points so far.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
They set the pick. Fox kicks to Labissiere. Sacramento moving it around. Feeds it to Fox. over Westbrook. But they'll get another chance. Carter dishes to Fox. Cauley-Stein, a screen. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Some changes for Sacramento. Bogdanovich comes in for Vince Carter. And it's Hill in for Fox. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. George is checked in for Ferguson. The Thunder with the lead. Outside Westbrook. Here's Anthony. Got it from 16 feet. He has 6.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Hill kicks to Bogdanovich. Westbrook against Hill. Cauley-Stein with a screen on Patterson. Will it go? Hill, no good. The Thunder leading by 3. Right side George. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
Oh, that's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
Sacramento's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Hill kicks to Jackson. He feeds it to Bogdanovich. Labissiere with the screen for Bogdanovich. And Labissiere, the bucket on the assist from Cauley-Stein.
Oh, and these close shots are the one Labissiere makes consistently, almost unblockable, given his height and length.
Well, the first season for Scal, I mean, it went as you might have expected. Very little time for him on the court. He is a project. The season was mostly used to develop his skills and his body.
The Kings have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And that was the correct play to make. George Hill, a very discerning playmaker.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Now, here's Westbrook. He's got 6. Now the dish to George. Kicks it to Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Over Hill. And that one goes long.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Jackson passes to Hill. High post, Cauley-Stein. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook. The Kings leading. Outside Jackson. Cauley-Stein, a screen. There's the triple. That one doesn't go. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. George with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And it's Westbrook again missing. Pass to Hill. Now Labissiere. Labissiere with the screen for Hill. Rebounded by Anthony.
And he's missed every single shot he's attempted today, but somehow they're still in the lead.
Good on the triple. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's getting better looks at the basket in the second quarter after failing to get it going in the first.
Cauley-Stein, a screen. Hill kicks to Jackson. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Sacramento making some changes. Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Scal Labissiere. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Jackson. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Cuts off the pass. Left side Westbrook. Puts up a 3. And they will call over the back on the play.
And gets physical on the boards and just really pays for it with the over-the-back call.
I'd like to see him use his head a little more than his body for the rest of the game. Don't get caught out of position in the first place.
Sacramento's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Randolph a screen. Hill kicks to Temple. Dishes it to Randolph. The shot that time, not on target. Anthony with the defensive effort. All going up court. Good work there as it goes. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Oh, the floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
Hill against Westbrook. Hill kicks to Randolph. That doesn't go either for Randolph.
The movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all.
Here's Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Hill dishes to Temple. Pass to Bogdanovich. Cauley-Stein with a screen on George. Clock at 6. Cauley-Stein a screen. Here's Hill. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
Outside Anthony. Back to Westbrook. Anthony, the pass to George. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Bogdanovich with a screen on George. Hill kicks to Cauley-Stein. The feed to Temple. Cauley-Stein a screen. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Looking to end the drought. And Adams sends it back. And he's able to get it back. And that one, good.
Well, you love seeing Cauley-Stein rise up and try to get the shot off as soon as he keeps the pass. He's trying to keep the D guessing at times so they don't know what he's going to do.
And really, the past few seasons, the Thunder have just been a dominant team on the glass. They do a great job of limiting second chance points, and they get a lot of extra possessions with their own offensive rebound. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
There's a screen for 3. Hill. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Anthony's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
A rare off quarter for him. Nothing seems to be going his way.
You look over the roster of the Thunder, and it's easy to see why they're such a great rebounding team. 1 through 5 can come up with 10 boards on any given night.
And those rebounding totals usually translate to wins for this team. But very rarely do they lose a game when they're having their way on the glass. The goal at the end of the night is to play the bully in and around that painted area. And I love the confidence and energy Westbrook plays with. Just an excellent scorer once he gets good position inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Kufis checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Buddy Hield comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Fox in for Hill. Grant, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Felton comes in for Andre Robertson. Free throw good, Westbrook. Chris, you had some amazing years with the Kings. Thinking back on it, what was one of your favorite moments in this jersey?
Wow, clinching the West in 2002. Really thought that was going to be our year. Having my jersey retired by the team was pretty special as well. And, you know, just the fans, you know, when you're getting buckets in front of those fans, it's nothing like it. And so just the memories I have being part of the community of Sacramento. I like the bounce pass there. He's getting creative.
The Kings trail by 9. And here is Fox. Pass to Hield. 3-pointer. Again, Hield missing.
He was absolutely lethal from the arc in the first quarter, but now he has cooled off significantly in the second.
Well, that's the shot they're looking for. A clean 3-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
Here's Fox. Randolph sets a screen for Fox to the middle. From the line. Tries again. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Here is Felton. Adams with the screen on Fox, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't having it.
And there's the pass to Randolph. 2 on the clock. No good at the rim.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
And so it's Oklahoma City heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Joerger. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. That's our strength anyways. And for us, our bread is buttered inside. So we try to play high-low. And then if the threes come out of that, great. But we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
You been working out?
A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. They stepped up their game in the second quarter, and the score began to tilt in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Kings.
To fall behind like this at home after only one half is upsetting. We're not talking about an insurmountable deficit, but we're not talking about a small one either. They're going to have to play a good second half of basketball for a chance to win this.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
A lot of action around, as always, the Capitol building tonight. We are in Sacramento, and we continue here on 2K Sports. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
The Kings trail by 7. Inside, it's Zebo and Cauley Stein. George Hill out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Joerger. Hill has the open look, buries the long-range jumper. Hill's got the first basket of the third quarter for Sacramento. Westbrook dishes to George. Left side, Adams. And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Westbrook. Lob pass to George. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
Cauley Stein kicks to Hill. Randolph sets a screen for Hill. Here's the teardrop. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And the Pacers trading away the coveted George Hill. Going into last season, they wanted more of a passer at the point guard position.
And that's the one thing about Hill. He's more of a combo guard than a true point. He keeps his turnovers low,
But as far as creating a ton of shots for his teammates, that's not really his game.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Well, we see so many of these players, Chris, in the NBA reach notoriety very early in their careers, sometimes even while they're still in high school. What was it like growing up as a star athlete and all the hype that surrounds it? You were the #1 high school player in the country coming out.
Well, you have to stay focused. You know, I didn't grow up in this era of social media and everything. I can only imagine that pressure now, but really you have to stay focused. You have to realize that you're just in the middle of your goal. You're not a celebrity or a star yet, no matter how good you are on that level. Everybody in the NBA has been the best player on their team at some point in time, so things are going to even it out. You have to stay focused, stay goal-oriented in school and in sports, and hopefully the best things will happen. And if you're lucky, like I was, you have some real good people around you, whether family or friends.
Yeah, good mentors, right? That's got to be important.
Yeah, you definitely got to have good mentors, whether it's coaches that can encourage you to spend all your time on the court, or whether it's friends and family that encourage you to stay focused and not kind of get caught up with others that may not have a focus or a love or a passion right now. So you just really need good people. It takes a village, and for guys that are feeling so much fame and getting so many accolades at such a young age, it's hard to handle as an adult. Just imagine trying to handle that as a kid. So you definitely need a lot of good people around you in your corner to help you succeed in life.
And here are the Kings now, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Bogdanovich passes to Randall. Just 5 to shoot. Good work defensively by Anthony.
I like the burst to the bucket right there, but the finish has got to be better.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Here's the screen. Adams with the screen on Hill. Here's Westbrook, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
That's good from Westbrook. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
And both free throws good for Westbrook.
And as great of a free throw shooter as he is, it's still a part of his game. He works very hard at it.
Feeds it to Randolph. It's back to Hill. Cauley-Stein with a screen on Westbrook. Hill with it. Picked by Randolph. With the teardrop. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Hill.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Westbrook kicks to Anthony. Over Randolph. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 11 points for Carmelo Anthony.
This score will be very different without his offense. He's been terrific.
Randolph sets a screen for Hill. He dishes it to Randolph. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, that's just a great start to the half for them. Their offense is clicking, and they have made 3 of their first 4 shots.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Temple dishes to Cauley-Stein. Outside, Bogdanovich. Cauley-Stein with a screen on George. The fader hits the front of the rim and out. The Thunder leading by 4. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and he gets it to go from the corner. Westbrook's got 15 points.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Yeah, but you have to control the pace. You have to keep it up, keep the tempo. That's how they built this lead. Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Back to Temple. Left side, Randolph. To the middle. The kick out to Hill. Over Westbrook. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Hill.
Good defense, better offense by George Hill.
There's the dish to Adams, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
For Oklahoma City, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. The first free throw is good. And Chris, the Sacramento teams you were on were so good at passing at every position. Just what is needed to build a kind of offense that does pass the ball like that, that's as fluid as that?
Well, 2 things. You have to have the offensive system, and then I think you have to have players with the skill set. You know, you can't really be a good passer if you're not a good scorer, because everybody's just going to stay back off of you and deny their man. But when you're a pretty good scorer, everyone has to watch you just as much as they watch their man, because you're just as much of a threat with the ball as you are passing. So I would say there we had guys that really could move the ball, that really could shoot the ball, so they were a threat. And all they had to do was be kind of a decoy. Pump fake, attack the basket, draw another guy, and then pass it to a guy that's willing to shoot. Unselfishness is a big trait, too, that you have to have. Guys that like seeing their teammates score, guys that enjoy seeing their other players get involved into the game. That's really important.
Wow, what a great breakdown. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Kings trail by 5. Hill kicks to Jackson. Labissiere, the screen. Pass to Randolph. Shoots over Adams. No good off the back of the rim.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Here's Temple. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Hill kicks to Jackson. Labissiere, the screen. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. It's stolen by Anthony. And here we go. Here's George. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. That's 10 points for Paul George.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Now here is Hill. 7 points in the game. Here's Randolph. Count it from 12. Randolph's got 11 points.
You know there's no way that's going to get blocked. He just has to rise up and drain it.
Roberson the pass to Westbrook. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can, and relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
And that one falls for Westbrook.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they've performed at the line.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Kufis checked in for Randolph. Carter comes in for Garrett Temple. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Fox in for George Hill. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Patterson, he's checked in for Adams. Grant comes in for Anthony. Alex Abrinas is checked in for George. And it's Felton in for Roberson. Now here's Hield. He's got 11. To the middle, off the pick. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Greg, you ask a lot of GMs. De'Aaron Fox, probably the fastest player in this year's rookie class.
And he plays at 1 speed. That's lightning. I mean, he's got speed to burn. And maybe not quite as fast as, say, John Wall, but he isn't far behind. He uses that quickness well also in terms of just busting seams on the offense. And at the other end, he can be an outstanding defender as he was at Kentucky.
And he makes the first.
And I really love Fox's game. He's got a ton of room to grow, but boy, does he play with intensity.
Ferguson's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Fox hits them both. Greg, when you think about the franchises in the league that have sustained success, who are always competitive, Oklahoma City should be right there at the top.
I mean, just look at the records for the Thunder, and their success really does speak for itself. 8 straight seasons of 500 or better basketball. Only the Spurs and Rockets can also make that claim.
Hield. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Patterson setting the pick for Felton. Here's Abrinas, and he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
And it's the Kings with the ball. 8-point game. Fox kicks to Labissiere. He feeds it to Fox. Unloads from 13. Misses off the left iron. The Thunder leading by 8. Back to Felton. Pass to Ferguson. Patterson, the screen. Here's Abrinas, covered by Hield. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Ferguson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The baseline J. And too long on the shot. Oklahoma City's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. There's the screen. Here's Abrinas, covered by Hield. Abrinas, the pass to Patterson. Good on the three-point shot. Patterson's got 8.
And look, the D has to be talking out there. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Well, yeah, some of my best memories were playing for the Kings during the early 2000s. The way we played together, and the passing, our ball movement, our system, it was amazing.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Patterson. And it's Carmelo Anthony in for Ferguson. Now here is Carter. Puts it up from 12, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. And Chris, I know many Kings fans are longing for a return to glory. Those teams that you were on, easily the best for Sacramento.
Yeah, it took a lot to turn the organization around. We had to do it from the locker room and kind of change the culture there. And so it was great to have a guy like Vlade be there with me from the beginning. And he, Jay, Will, Peja. And so it was fun starting something, and it's going to be great watching.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Oklahoma City called for the foul. For Sacramento, they have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. Well, considering the Kings, Chris, and how they have fared in the draft, it is clear to see why they just haven't been able to find and field a top team in so long. They've struggled drafting.
Yeah, and they're just hoping that trend is reversed with this latest group. Fox, Jackson, Giles, they're a solid trio. Still, before this class, the only first-round pick of the Kings who was still with the team is Cauley Stein.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now, here's Felton. He kicks to Grant. Anthony with the screen on Carter. Screen by Grant. Here's Adams. Sacramento grabs the miss. Here's Fox. The rebound by Grant.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down tonight.
Kicks to Adams. Dishes to Felton. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Felton has got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Fox dishes to Labissiere. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Here's Fox. But they get it back. Off target with his 3. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. And Grant slams it home.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And here are the Kings now. The Thunder making the shot. Here's Labissiere. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Felton against Fox. Felton kicks to Adams. And that one's good, Anthony. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Thunder out in front, up by 15. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Keep guarding now. We're doing a much better job defensively. We've eliminated second shots, which is great, okay? Keep that going.
Playing solid defense, taking care of the backboard, high priorities for Coach Billy Donovan.
And I think the communication has been terrific here. I mean, the guys came prepared to do whatever it takes tonight, and Coach is making some really good adjustments.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. So for Oklahoma City right now, Anthony out there with Adams. Then there's Grant. Then there's Felton. And it's Westbrook in at the 1.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Sacramento with the ball, trailing by 17. Now here's Fox. There's a good screen. Just 3 to shoot. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, man, the relentless pursuit of the basketball by Cauley-Stein. Just a tremendous hustler on the offensive glass.
Felton the pass to Westbrook. Shoots over Fox. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Felton. Felton's got 3 assists now in this one. The Kings trail by 17. Hield kicks to Fox. To the paint, out to Carter. Now here's Hield. He's covered by Felton. Here's Koufos. The feed to Cauley-Stein. Now here's Hield. Defense right on him. Here's Koufos. He sinks the 11-footer. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. To the inside. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup. And the Thunder lead by 17.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. You could feel the clock ticking for Melo's time in New York, and this offseason, it finally ended, Greg.
Yeah, and for a team like this to add Melo to the mix, what a blessing. I mean, Melo still has a ton of offense to offer, and hard to add a player so skilled as Melo for practically nothing.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Koufos. Bogdanovich comes in for Vince Carter. Garrett Temple has checked in for Buddy Hield. And George Hills subbed in for Fox. Takes the 13-footer. Anthony's shot is off. The Kings trail by 15. Right side, Randolph. Shot from 12. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
More than comfortable operating from mid-range. Easy money for Randolph.
And George kicks to Westbrook. Passes it to Adams. Back to Westbrook. Outside, George. That 3 off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Temple. Red ball movement here by the Kings. Adams, some nice D.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Now, here's Westbrook. There's the pass to George. And he dunks it in right on Zach Randolph, right over Zebo.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Randolph against Adams. Left side Randolph. That misses off the backboard.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Now here's Anthony. Outside, George. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's Randolph with the rebound.
We see him make shots from the perimeter all the time. Unfortunately, he's just off with his rhythm in this one.
Outside Hill. Back to Randolph. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Roberson. Here's Anthony. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Bogdanovich with it. Westbrook picks him up. Adams brings the double team. And Bogdanovich kicks to Hill. 6 to shoot. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
His second person, Georgia, shooting just one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw drops for Hill.
Well, I like the fit of George Hill in this team. He can play either guard spot. Great versatility.
And George kicks to Westbrook. Back to George. There's the screen. Adams with the screen on Bogdanovich. Outside Anthony. Adams against Cauley Stein. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Kings trail by 12. Feeds to Temple. He dishes it to Randolph. Cauley Stein a screen. Takes the three, and George Hill with the three.
Well, it looked as if he would never find his game after that awful first half start, but he is really hitting his stride in the second.
Screen by Adams, and here's George for three. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his fourth assist in this one. The Kings have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Here's Temple. Pick up by Hill. Outside Randolph. Back to Temple. Randolph a screen on Westbrook. Here's Temple. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Adams with the screen on Bogdanovich. George dishes to Roberson. Adams with the screen on Cauley Stein. Oklahoma City the rebound. The shot, no good. The Kings trail by 12. Here's Temple. Hill a screen on Adams. Down low, hangs in the air. That shot, no good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. And Westbrook, here we go. Goes back up, and the rejection by Cauley Stein. Bogdanovich left side. In the corner, it's Temple. Picked by Randolph. And Temple kicks to Bogdanovich. Off the pick. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Hill.
And while he prefers the triple, giving space, Hill will let it go from the mid-range.
Westbrook passes to George. George double-teamed and stolen by Bogdanovich. To the middle, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Adams. The shot by George, wide open. Off target with his 3. Kings have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Stolen by George. And George with the stuff.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here is Hill. Randolph a screen. Hill against Westbrook. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Temple can't get it to go.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Hill dishes to Temple. Cauley-Stein a screen for 3. Hill. Offensive rebound. The Thunder leading by 14. Anthony with it, guarded now by Randolph. Anthony kicks to George. The dish to Westbrook. Back to George. Screen by Adams. Shot off the screen. That doesn't go either for George. Sacramento's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Down low, here's Cauley-Stein. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 5th assist in this one.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole here.
Here's Roberson. Shoots from the line. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And that's now 11 points for Steven Adams. The Kings trail by 14. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Well, perhaps the biggest thing is that Coach Yager is providing the Kings stability in the coaching position. First time a coach has been here for multiple years since 2012. Consistency is a key in helping this team get back on track.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Dave Joerger went over with his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Randolph from 13 feet. It goes down. And with Joerger coming to the Kings, part of why they wanted him is because he had success and a track record before becoming available, something this team knows they needed.
It's very hard for a franchise to find success when they're always having coaching changes. Players have to learn a new system each year. There's no fluidity, and it adds hurdles to the team's development.
And the shot goes in. And the Thunder lead by 14.
And what a smooth release on that shot. Melo is money in the bank from there.
Hill passes to Bogdanovich. Randolph in the post. Adams on him. Randolph can't hit.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Now here's Adams. Pass to Anthony. Over Randolph. A shot by Anthony, no good.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time. Well, it's always cool when a smaller guy like him racks up a lot of rebounds during the game.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Thunder.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Carmelo Anthony.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Here's George. Following the basket by George Hill. Adams with the screen on Randolph. Anthony missing again.
He just can't get right. Nothing is going in right now, but I like how he's keeping his confidence up. He knows it's only a matter of time until he gets one to go in.
Randolph can't hit. Here's Roberson. Outside Westbrook. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.